Welcome, everyone. Today, we're going to explore a Python code that implements a student database application with a graphical user interface using the tkinter library. This application allows us to add, remove, and display student information. Let's dive in and understand the code step by step. Here we have the code structure for our student database application. It consists of several classes and functions that work together to create a functional GUI. The code starts by importing the necessary dependencies. We import the JSON module for working with JSON data and the tkinter module for creating the GUI. We also import the message box submodule from tkinter to display message boxes to the user. Next, we define the person and student classes, which form the foundation of our student database. The person class represents a generic person and has two attributes, first_name and last_name. It also has a method called get_full_name, that returns the person's full name. The student class is a subclass of person and adds an additional attribute, graduation_year. It inherits the first_name and last_name attributes from the person class. The student class also has a method called get_details, that returns the student's full name and graduation year. Now, let's move on to the student database class, which handles the storage and manipulation of student data. The student database class takes a file_name parameter representing the JSON file where the data will be stored. It has several methods to manage the student data. The load_data method reads the JSON file, converts it to a list of student objects, and returns the list. If the file is not found, it returns an empty list. The save_data method converts the list of student objects back to JSON format and saves it to the file. The add_student method adds a student object to the students list, saves the data to the file, and displays a success message using the message box. The remove_student method removes a student object from the students list if it exists, saves the updated data, and displays a success or error message based on whether the student was found or not. The get_all_students method simply returns the list of all students in the database. Moving on, we have the student database GUI class, which creates the graphical user interface for our student database application. The student database GUI class is responsible for creating the GUI and handling user interactions. In the constructor, it initializes the tkinter root window and sets the title. It also creates an instance of the student database class and defines a password. The login method is called when the login button is clicked. It compares the entered password with the predefined password and enables the controls if the password is correct. The enable_controls method enables the input fields and buttons, allowing the user to interact with the application. The disable_controls method clears the entry fields and disables the controls to prevent further interactions until a valid login is performed. The add_student method is called when the Add Student button is clicked. It retrieves the entered values, creates a student object, adds it to the database, and clears the entry fields. It also displays a success or error message using the message box. The remove_student method is called when the Remove Student button is clicked. It retrieves the entered values, creates a student object, removes it from the database if found, and clears the entry fields. It also displays a success or error message using the message box. The clear_entries method simply clears the entry fields to provide a clean input interface. Finally, in the main execution part of the code, we create an instance of the student database GUI class to start the application. The if_name__equals_main___ block ensures that the code inside it is executed only if the script is run directly, not imported as a module. It creates an instance of the student database GUI class, which initializes the GUI and starts the application. That wraps up our exploration of the student database application code. We've seen how it leverages object-oriented programming, JSON file handling, and the Tkinter library to provide a user-friendly interface for managing student records. Feel free to experiment with the source code given in the description, add new features, or adapt it to your own projects. Thank you for watching.